Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Investor Connection. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about running a gaming business in 2022. As you see, yesterday I launched this gaming business around one game specifically. As more games come out, I will launch businesses on those. And I want to show you how easy it is to do and how it is to run it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing how day to day it goes, right? So for instance, yesterday the business made around $45, right? So when you look at, the investment that I made in the business, $45 means it will take me a year and a half to recoup my investment, right? My initial investment of about 25,000, it will take me a year and a half to recoup that investment at $45 a day. But the good thing is that the most lucrative part of this game is not even launched, right? So when I talk about $45 a day, I'm making $45 a day based on two things: renting out my ghosts, these little characters, these are all NFTs, and because I have land, when I go on my own land and I it's called channel on an altar, I make about $3 per property. I have 15 properties, so it's $45 a day, right? But there's going to be a time where you could put more things on your property to generate more revenue. So when Stat launches, I should be able to get hopefully to $100 a day, which is my goal, right? If I get this business to being $100 a day, what I'll do is I'll hire someone to run it, and $100 a day is a $30,000 a year business, a little bit more, right? With an employee, a little bit less. But again, I could hire somebody anywhere in the world. I've already been talking to people and everything. So when you think about businesses, I know people think, oh, you got to create something that has an office, that has a website and all these crazy things. I'm doing all this probably without most of that. Of course, I can make a website. I make websites, so it's not that hard for me to make a website. But the idea is you can create businesses now because of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, NFTs in a way that has never really been possible. So this game is probably the first one that I've seen that is live, that allows you to create this business and profit pretty quickly. Like I said, it's going to take me a year and a half to recoup my full investment, but that's all different types of things in this game. If I just bought one piece of land, let's look at the piece of land. The cheapest land right now is what? Lowest price, 107 Ghost. So if we go to CoinGecko and we go to Avagachi, 107 Ghost is about $172. I just told you, if you have one of these lands, you can make $3 a day. So 172 divided by 3, that's $3 a day. So let's say 30 times 3, 90. So basically in less than 2 months, you could recoup your investment in buying one of these lands. But it is a little bit of work. It's not like it just exists and it just makes you money. You got to go into the game every day. You got to press a button. And I'm going to show you how I do that now. I got a few properties I need to do it for today. I won't do the whole thing because I got 15 and it is a little bit time consuming. So that's the trade-off I'm thinking about here, right? With this business, I'm saying, okay, how much time a day do I want to give to it, right? Right now it makes $45 a day if I go and channel on all my land. That could take an hour, maybe 2, because I have to borrow. I don't have enough ghosts for each one of my lands. I only have 3 ghosts and I have 15 pieces of land. So I need to borrow to do it on my land. And doing that, there's a process. You have to borrow, you have to, wait for it to come, and then you got to do it. So and I'll walk you through the whole process right now. So what I'm thinking about is, okay, I could probably hire someone to do that for me, right? In some other country or wherever, maybe here, maybe one of the Meta Bronx studios, maybe my own kids, hopefully wants to do this, right? But this is all an ecosystem that generates revenue and it generates profits for investors and entrepreneurs. At the end of the day, I look at myself as an entrepreneur doing this. Anybody who's invested in this game is an entrepreneur and an investor, right? We're trying to figure out how to generate revenue from an ecosystem, right? What's different than a hamburger shop or a t-shirt line? Very similar. The difference is the overhead is much lower. The amount of people you need to interact with this business to make it run is much lower too. Of course, there's an upfront investment, but I just told you the upfront investment right now, the cheapest upfront investment is $172. Okay, it's not nothing, but it's not, it's not as crazy as, incorporating and doing all these different things. It costs much more to create a business, right? So another thing is you can create your own little bank accounts to keep track. So what I'm doing right now is I have 3 different bank accounts or crypto wallets. One wallet I have just hold on, let me close my window. All right, cool. I thought this thing was moving. Give me 1 second. I'm going to okay, this truck outside making so much noise. So I have 3 different MetaMask wallets. One is a wallet that tells me how much I'm making by renting out my Ghost every day, right? So every day I clear out that wallet and I send that to my bank wallet, my Avagachi bank, right? So I'll send everything that's being made to that second wallet, right? From the Ghost rentals. Then I have a third wallet that's just based on the land. And every time I channel on that land and I make the $3 per, I do it there. So then I can keep track of how much money is being made every day. Right now, I'm still setting everything up. It literally came out yesterday. There was some bugs, so things got pushed around a little bit. Today, I'm just going to try to get everything set up. And then by tomorrow, hopefully, I'll start being able to know realistically how much per day this business is making based on, though, the prices being what they are right now. So that's another variable here, right? These coins are worth a certain amount right this moment, but in a week, a month, a year, all of these coins can be in a very different place. I don't see them being too much lower than they are now, though. The game just started. Look at the market caps, 300,000, 300,000, 800,000, 800,000, 85 million. Most games in the space are in the billions. And when I look at crypto and gaming, I think about my sons, right? And my sons were playing Roblox until, well, one of my sons still plays Roblox. Well, a few of them do. Roblox has been around for almost 15 years. Roblox now, let's see what Roblox market cap is on what is Roblox worth and being traded at? 20 billion. If this game ever gets to 20 billion from 85 million, that is let me give you an exact amount of multiple. So 80 million to 20 billion. That is an increase of 24,900%. But it took 15 years to get to be worth $20 billion, right? This game is in year 2 of development. This is the first week that this part of the game has existed. Yesterday, it just came out. The most lucrative part of the game is not even out yet. So with Roblox, there's already people creating businesses in Roblox as well. Nike put a little business in there, but it's really more of a marketing tool and an advertising vehicle. They're not making real money from the items and the digital space in Roblox. It's more of a marketing tool. This is much different. This is actual money being made. Like I can show you, there's a website called Fireball GG that will link to your wallet and tell you how much money is in the wallet right now. So this is I've been doing a little bit of things. Like I said, I got multiple wallets doing. This wallet has this much. I have other wallets with a lot more, some with less of these. These are the coins that I make playing the game, right? And look, they're worth actual money. Like I could sell them right now for this amount of money. That is very different than anything we've seen before. And that's why I'm creating this content. I really want people to understand and take advantage of this kind of stuff early, because the longer you wait, like anything, innovation, the earlier you get involved in innovation, the higher the returns, but also the higher the risk, right? So the risk here to this game is this game doesn't work out. I invested 25,000 and the game doesn't work out. I lose 25,000. Or in a year and a half, I recoup my investment, and then from there, it's all profit. And I could take that recoupment back, put it into a real estate property eventually, right? That's my goal, right? Take the funds from all of this and invest in an Airbnb, right? And then that'll create, these items will continue to make me money every day, and then I'll have another piece of land, a virtual and a physical piece of land, both making money every day. Of course, it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to take, like I just said, a year and a half, and that is conservative. It might be sooner, it might be longer, but when I invested in this, I said, okay, I'm going to see what happens in the next 4 years. So when you understand, when you create a business, when you invest, you can't look at it and say, how's it going to go in a month? Am I making $1 million in a month? That's not how this works, right? When you invest in anything, you can't invest your money and expect money back that next month. Like, oh yeah, I'm profiting. Businesses take time. They have to reinvest, right? Like, so this money right here, I'm going to reinvest into the game to make it move faster so I can make more money. And part of, again, what I want to create this content for is because I want people to start thinking like that. Okay, I'm putting my money into this project, whether it's coin A, stock A, real estate project A, startup A. I'm not going to see this money again for a little while, and I'm okay with that, right? And if I do see anything back sooner, that's extra. And maybe I might need to reinvest it. Amazon reinvested its profits in its own company for the first like 20 years. And now it's one of the biggest companies in the world. So you have to understand that with innovation is expensive, but innovation, if you get in early, like the people that invested $1,000 in Amazon 20 years ago, that $1,000 is worth $1 million now, right? So I look at this and I see similar possibilities. It's not going to become Amazon. I'm not saying it's going to become Amazon, but like I said, if it ever reaches Roblox, $20 billion market cap, I got in at 80 million. That's a big difference. And I can use that money. And the beautiful thing about this coin is these coins can turn into Ghost, and Ghost is a collateral asset. So what I can do is I can generate this revenue, put it in a crypto bank, borrow off of it to buy a real estate property. I don't have to go to a bank at all. I can say my crypto bank funded this real estate property. And that's my goal. That's my goal with this project. Let me see if there's any questions. All right, no questions right now. But basically, I'm going to start showing you how it is to run this game. Watch. So right now, I have property that I still need to set up. So let me show you. So the way it works is first I need to rent a character because all my characters are being rented. You can see my characters here, and right now they're being rented. And then there's even, because of the blockchain, there's even a way to tell what people are doing with your characters. So right now, each one is lended. The person has been playing for about 36 minutes here, 21 here, 6 minutes here, right? And every time they rent it, I make money. They pay me to rent it all day, every day while I sleep. This thing is renting and making money. Right now, I expect to make about $2.50 a day from renting my character. That doesn't sound like a lot. And what you got to understand is there's proportion of investment, right? these ghosts cost, the cheapest one right now is about $700-800. If you're making $2.50 a day off that ghost, and that's just off renting it, then you also share in the profits of whatever the person plays with, and whatever they make, you make a percentage. So right now, I'm gonna make 10% of whatever the people playing make. So not only the $250 I get up front, I also make if these people do well in the game, right? So let's say $250. Again, let's say the game the cheapest ghost is $800 divided by $2.50. It's going to take about a year, a little bit less than a year, to recoup the investment of the ghost. That sounds crazy to some people, but to a real estate investor, that's amazing, right? Because of real estate, if you invest in real estate, you expect your return 5, 10, 20, 30 years sometimes, right? 1 year, of course, $800, not that crazy, right? Of course, way more risk, way more variables, but again, way more upside. If this game becomes something that millions of people around the world play every day, this is going to become worth a lot more. The coin will be worth a lot more. So right now, the reason why I say 250 is because I make about 1.2 ghost per day renting out the character. But if ghost becomes a $10 coin, then that could be $25 a day, right? And then also, I invested in the ghost when it was a lot cheaper, the Abagachis, the actual characters, and then they're worth a lot more. I can sell it. I could sell one of those NFTs, recoup my money that way, and still profit. So there's just so many variables of ways of making money passively, somewhat passively, and creating generational wealth. So this is where this content is important for me to create, because of the few of you that are listening and trying it. I really hope this is helpful, and definitely ask me any questions you could possibly have. All right, so let me get into it. Nope. This is a spreadsheet where I'm going to keep track of what it made. All right, so this is one of my Aave banks where I will borrow off of one day. Okay, so is it here? All right, been talking and doing this. All right, here it is. Okay, so right now I need to rent out one of these gotchis. So I go here to lending. Let me zoom in a little bit more. All right, so these are all people renting out their gotchis. Look, so this person bought this, and they're renting it out for 0.81 ghosts for 10 hours, and they're letting the person take 100% of whatever they make. So if you are a person on the other side and you want to get involved in this game, but you don't even have $100, I mean, let's say you don't have the $172 to invest in the land. What you can do is borrow this person's for less than $1 and play the game and make money, save up, and then buy the land off that, or buy your own ghost. So this is why I like this as a education, because there's many ways to enter this system. The land that is the cheapest NFT property you can own in the game, which is $172. The ghost, the cheapest ghost is, let's see. So you go to the bazaar, then you press the lowest price. So 450 ghost, $725. So that's the cheapest NFT you can get. But with this ghost, like I said, you can make minimum about $2 a day, something like that, right? So, okay, $2 a day for $725. Let's just say, let's do that math. 725 divided by 2. Again, a year. So in 1 year, you recoup your investment, and you could just leave it. This could be completely passive. All you have to do is put it on this website called Gotchi Vault. And when you put it on this website, Gotchi Vault, they rent it out all day for you. And you get paid. It goes straight in your wallet. Everything that they make goes straight into your wallet automatically. So here, this is coins that I've gotten for free while people play, or I have recouped through the land. and they're worth money, right? So, all right. So now I'm gonna borrow one. Let's go to lending. So what I like to do is I like to borrow ones that give me the highest percent, right? So borrower percent, I want that to be high because when I go to my land, I want to because when I channel, they're gonna get a percentage of my stuff from my land. I could use my own ghost, but right now they're renting, so time is another factor here. I don't want to spend all day waiting and trying to figure this out to make $45. That doesn't make sense, right? If the business takes me all day to make $45, that doesn't make sense. For me, it could make sense for people in other countries or even here if you don't have other opportunities, right? So, but it's still, these are options versus this never existed before. All of this technology has come together in this game first. And nothing else exists like this right now that I've seen. If I'm wrong, please put it in the comments because I'm gonna be in that game too. All right, so let's see. So now we have to check if somebody used this ghost already to channel, because if I rent it, they can only channel 24 hours a day. I mean, once every 24 hours. So if I rent it and somebody already channeled, I can't get those $3. So I need to check if this one was channeled. So I go to this website created by this person here on Twitter. You should definitely follow them and donate. I will be donating to them as well. They've creating some crazy tools for this project, and this is one of them. 266. 266. All right, so you see this one was channeled on May 18th at 6:50. So it doesn't make sense for me to rent it because I won't be able to do what I'm trying to do. So this is a little bit of the pain in doing this, right? And what am I talking about, right? Like at the end of the day, I used to work in a mall making $8 an hour. How many hours did it take me to make $45? Let me see. Five? Yeah. 5 times 8 is 45 divided by 8. Yeah, exactly. A little bit over 5 hours, right? But then I had to go there, I had to travel back, eat lunch, right? So and I think I would get 4 hour days only though, too, unless like it was a special occasion. So if you think about it like that, right? Like, depending where you are in your life, this could be worth it. That's why I'm creating this. But this is gonna be with my kids, hopefully learn about business, learn about decentralized finance and creating wealth, wealth generation tools, right? Like borrowing against assets to create other assets that cash flow. This is all gonna happen powered by this game. Anybody following along will be able to do the same thing. As low as $170, you could start. Okay, and again, this is not an ad. It's not financial advice. This is just me really seeing an opportunity, and I could just be doing it by myself without making videos. But I do think there's so many learning opportunities here, and the sooner people learn all of these things, understanding crypto, understanding how to move through the blockchain, understanding the gaming world of crypto, because it's called play and earn. So you could literally earn money as you play games now. You should understand that, especially if you have young kids. Also, there's the decentralized finance aspect of things where you could take money made and grow it in a way that's never been possible either. So that combination is what I look forward to showing you all. So, okay, so which one was it? 20. All right, so the next one is 22981. 22981. All right, so this one hasn't been channeled. So, okay, I'm going to rent it. So I just go here. I pay to buy the ghost. I mean, oh, wait, something happened. Oh, sometimes it happens fast where somebody rents it and you think you're renting it, but somebody else already rented it. So again, it's not like instant. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of things you have to understand before you can get into this stuff. It's not like instant. All right, so I did 85 now. I know I have been checking some of these numbers, so I know 8297. All right, boom. All right, so I'm gonna rent this. So I'll make 85% of whatever this character makes on my land, right? So this is the thing, right? So I'm going to use this character to go on my land and channel that $3 basically. The person that lent me this character is going to make 10% of that for doing nothing. That person could be wherever they want in the world. And I know 10% of $3 is 30 cents. That's nothing. But if you think about it, this is happening all day. And the person, I didn't speak to anybody. You saw that right now. I just rented this person's property. I'm going to make money from it, and so are they. And literally, even with the Airbnb connection and stuff like that, nothing I've ever seen is that easy. Nothing. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the game. So the game is, we go to verse. This is where, again, you have to understand crypto. You need to be able to log in with wallets. So I've been renting, right? I've been renting a bunch. Okay, so I'm going to go to my parcels that I believe I still haven't set up. Set that one up, set that one up, set that one up. I think I set this up. Yeah. All right. I don't think I set this one up. Let's see. Let's find out. Any questions? Let me see if there's any questions. No questions. All right. So the game loads. It does this blockchain thing. And I mean, the game is not like Fortnite and stuff like that. It's not like it's a farming game right now, but there will be fighting added to it. So the characters and all these things on them are going to help you fight in different ways, and you're gonna be able to make money from fighting. But again, we're on week 1. Okay, so I'm gonna equip this. It's gonna cost me money to equip this, so I have to pay Matic as a gas fee, and that is a lot of Matic too. It's a good amount. Luckily, Matic right now is pretty cheap, and I bought a bunch to do this. So the thing though is, Matic also will go up in price. The coins probably will go up in price. So all of this money that I'm telling you it costs right now is what it costs now. If you wait a year, look at the Bored Apes. I remember looking at the Bored Apes. They were $600 to buy one. Now they were $100,000. I mean, no, $300,000. Not to say this is going to become that. Nobody could know that. But this is how investment works if you invest in innovation early. Definitely depends on which ones you invest in. That's why you have to invest in multiple things. And like I said, this is not the only game I'm investing in. It's the first one that I believe has all the features, the tools that I think people are going to need to really create generational wealth. But I don't think it will be the last. So right now, I'm trying to give you the opportunity I see as I do it myself. And again, I could be totally wrong about all of this, but again, I saw today I made $45. Real dollars. If I wanted to convert them to dollars, I could have. I decided to reinvest it in the game. I will be reinvesting into the game until a certain point. When I see that it can generate $100 a day, that's my goal. I want to get this business to get to $100 a day. So I'm going to keep reinvesting anything made till I get to $100 a day. And then I'll just start pulling out the $100 a day to create the generational wealth stuff. But again, that could change, right? If I see, I can get it to $200 a day by continuing to reinvest, I may do that. I don't know. I gotta do that kind of math. So another big thing I've been thinking about with the game is, right now I'm renting out these characters, right? And it cost me, you saw that it cost me like maybe 20 cents to rent out a character to make $3. Not bad. Anybody could do it too. You don't even have to. You don't have to do it buy land for that. You could rent out the character, go look for these, and if you find one that hasn't been all channeled, you make the $3, right? So, but of course, the person who rented to you makes a percentage, right? But I've been thinking I have 15 pieces of land. Should I have 15 ghosts? Then I make 100%. But what I'm seeing is it's better just to rent your ghost out all day, every day, and make that money, and then just borrow to run your to channel on your land. So then you make both, right? Instead of holding my ghost and not renting it, it's not making money while I do that. So it's better to let that go make money, rent one for 20 cents, and make the money, right? So these are all business decisions. I know it sounds pretty crazy when you first listen to what I'm talking about, but if you take any other kind of business, you have to make the same type of choices with employees, with equipment. So, all right, I'm going to buy this computer for my agency, but that computer is not just a computer. I need a body to be on that computer, to work on that computer. So how much does that cost me? Okay, so like let's say I have a person 8 hours a day. The person makes, let's say, $50 an hour. That's $400 a day plus the price of that computer. Now I got to figure out how to get enough work into my agency to cover that person's cost, cover the cost of the computer, and profit. That is serious, right? So that's the old business world. And I've done it. I still do it in a way in multiple different levels. But then I see this. I take $172 investment. I don't need to go find the person that I got to pay $40 an hour to, $50 an hour to, whatever. I don't need to buy the equipment for them. They come into here, they do what they do. I make my percent, they make their percent. And I never even talk to them. That to me is pretty good. And as a business, I've been involved in many different types of business. I have a for-profit, I have a non-profit, and the more people you deal with, the harder it is to run a business. It just is, right? Because when you're a business owner, most people look at it and say, oh, you're the boss. But the truth is, I work for everybody that works for me. So every single person that works for me, they're my boss, really, because I need to make sure I'm giving them what they need to make sure that they can recoup the investment I'm making in them, right? So I need to make sure that they're on top of what they have to do so I can recoup my investment. This is a lot easier. So sometimes they make updates and they'll have to reset the game. Okay, so I'm gonna come back in. Again, this is day 2 of this launch. Which one did I do? What is this one? Why is it charging? Let's see what happens here. So again, there's little fees here and there. It's really hard to calculate exactly how much you're making because you're spending Matic, you're spending Ghost, you're getting these coins. The coins go up and down in value throughout the day. So this did not work. All right, so basically I'm gonna have to restart this game, wait a little while. So sometimes the game just is messing up, and you gotta be okay with that because it's day 1. So when I told you the prices go up in value, this morning, this was $1.56. So I was getting Ghost in when it was like $1.56. This was 30 cents ish. Now it's 46 cents. Right? The prices they go up, right? Up and down. But the truth of the matter is, and I did an interview with the guy behind Gachivo, the guy who's one of the partners in this. And he was breaking down how it's better to put as much of your resources back into the product, your land, to create more quicker growth in value per day. So my goal, like I said, if my goal is to make $100 a day, I need to make sure that this property is pumping out as much of these coins as possible. So there's multiple ways that it does that. One is by owning the land. One is buy some things you could put on the land, but that hasn't been released yet. So let's see if it's fixed. So you can randomly spawn in District 1. District 1 is like the main areas, like the Times Square. I have 2 properties there. I also believe that's going to be where I launch some marketing for other businesses I have. And I'm setting up right now that are going to all work within the metaverse and the real world. So again, part of why I do this too is I believe innovation is the best way to grow generational wealth, right? So the way to get into understanding the types of businesses to create is by immersing yourself in those businesses, right? You can't understand this world. All this stuff I'm talking to you about, it took me a year of immersing myself in NFTs, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance. What else? Still learning about investing, right? And how I feel when I invest in things and what do I believe is going to happen and what happens when I believe in something and I don't pull the trigger or I do pull the trigger. These are all lessons that only you can learn for yourself. So I had to go through that. I think everybody should. And the sooner you go through it, the better. So the game is kind of doing something weird where it's not showing me my land. This is a tool that same person built that I told you follow, where it shows you all of the land you have and where it is on the map. So look how big this map is. This is the only land that will exist in the game inside this like townish area. And then they're going to expand the world out where you can fight characters and make money outside like a regular game. But these are all the lands I have. The ones that are hot pink. They're pretty far away from each other now, seeing it in real life, playing the game. So what I have to do is I have to like jump into them by logging out of the game and then choosing the place, because to walk takes forever to walk to different places because it's so big. So, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? No, I gotta make sure because it's so confusing to keep track of all this stuff that I'm not going to. I was gonna go to another piece of land to see if it was there. If it happens again, I'll do it. So I'm on 39. I'm also gonna have to create a little spreadsheet for myself to make sure I like keep track of doing all 15 pieces of land every day, because it's a little bit of a time consuming thing to like make sure, did I do that one? I don't even remember, stuff like that. So, okay, you press this and then you press E and this little window comes up and it tells you to channel. When you press channel, you're going to pay a little bit of a gas fee, which is the fee of the blockchain network. And of course, I'm showing you all this stuff. Oh man, did I already channel this or did he? Wait a minute, let's see something. Man, maybe he channeled already and I didn't know. Let's see. All right, I did channel. Okay, so I channeled. So if we look, this is how much money this just made me. So I'm going to show you how much in actual dollars this is. Okay, here it is. So okay, Keck, the channel was 2.78, but because I only get 85% of it, I make 2.36. When I press claim here, the owner's wallet is going to get 10%. This other is Gotchi Vault. Gotchi Vault gets 5% of all of the rentals on its platform. But what Gotchi Vault does is Gotchi Vault shares that profit with the people that hold its token called VGhost. So I have VGhost, so I also profit from everybody doing this, including myself. And again, The layers of ways of making money is insane. And there's nothing like this. And I'm sure all the games are gonna have to copy this. But right now, this is the only game in town like this. So okay. So when I claim, all right, so 236 in KEK. Let's do that. 2.36. Right there, 92 cents. Actually, let's make sure I refresh because it's the current price. Much different. See? 2.36, $1.10. Alpha, how much alpha did I make? 5.9, 5.9, $1.50, right? So we're already close to the $3. Then I should 11.81 of FOMO. Wait, refresh. 11.81 of FOMO, 50 cents. And 23.63 of FUD. 23.63 of FUD. Another 50 cents. It's going to be pretty funny to see these prices. They can either go very low or very high from here. We're going to see. Okay, so 50 cents, 50 cents, that's $1. $1.50, that's $2.50. And another $1.10, that's $3.50. I just made from borrowing a ghost for 20 cents. Right? So, of course, $3, you know, what are you going to do with $3? But it's not about the amount of money. When you're creating a business, you just want to create a business that makes something, because then you learn how to scale that, right? Like at the end of the day, this can be scaled. Like I told you, I can hire someone to do this work for me, but I need to understand how much it makes to be able to understand how much I'm going to be able to pay that person. And then I could just either get more assets or continue to hire someone to just do this all day. They're making $3 per, and they could do, let's say, 4 an hour. That's $12. That's not a lot of money for anybody here, right? But $12 an hour in Brazil is a lot of money, or whatever, another country. And then if I pay the person, no, that's 12 I make, right? So again, depending on, let's say I give them 50% and they make 6, that's still a lot of money in that country. And I make 6, but I recoup my investment. So this is again where you got to figure out the business model, because that may not be fair. Who knows yet? Again, right now I'm doing this myself. So I'm just trying to understand the business, right? First step as an entrepreneur is understand the business. And even as an investor, right? You want to understand what you're investing in. And I am, in a way, validating my investment by doing this. I'm trying to understand, should I invest more? Should I cash out at a certain point because I don't believe certain things are going to happen? You really only are able to see that when you go see it yourself, right? It's the same thing with a real estate property, same thing with stocks, same thing with any investment, really. All right, so now I press the claim. It's going to go to my wallet. And if I want, I can literally walk around and find other gems on the floor and pick those up too. You see all these people? That's what they're kind of doing. And this is what people do when they rent out your character. They walk around and look for gems. I'm not going to do this too much. I just want to make sure that the money cleared into my account. Yep, see, so it's gone there now. So now it's in my wallet. So now I leave and I look for the next ghost. I got to just make sure that I have every property set up and I am renting from, I mean, not renting, channeling. So right now it is a little bit time consuming. I'm not going to act like this is the best business in the world, making $1 million a day. No, like that's not what this is. This is me understanding innovation early, figuring out how much do I want to invest in this business, how high do I believe the return can be in this business. And I'm doing it live because I think there's so many different lessons in this. All right, so now I'm going to do it again. And then I'll probably end it because I don't want to make this video too long. But any questions? Let me see. Is there any questions? No. Okay. And again, ask me anything while I'm here, or you could tweet me. You could join my Mass Ideation Discord. Again, this is going to be one of many games I do this for. There's another game that's coming out soon. Well, I have a pass for, which is called Big Time. I'll show you guys. BigTime.gg. It's like a Fortnite type of game where you're gonna be able to make money. They're giving early access to people that bought the passes. I bought 2 Jade passes, so I have to wait till that comes out. But it's gonna be like in a few weeks. I'll be creating content around that one too to figure out that game. There's already people making content. If they bought the gold pass or the silver pass, they're already making videos and they're showing how they're making money. So I have land in here. Actually, if you want to see all the games that I'm planning on creating the business around, if you go to massideation.games, you will see this is another game that launched earlier, but it's still in beta mode. Avagachi, Big Time, World Wide Web, Bizoji, Eververse, Rev Racing. So these are all things I've invested in that I believe will recoup my investment and more than recoup my investment. I could be wrong, but again, I don't need them all to work. I just need a few of them to work. That's another thing you got to do when you invest in sectors. You can't just put all your money in one thing and hope. You got to invest in multiple things because you have no idea what's going to work. I don't care who you are. No investors have a 100% track record. So even if you're a 50-year investor, you get things wrong. So you want to make sure you're investing in multiple things and de-risking that way. So that's what I'm doing in the gaming ecosystem. All right, so let's go back to Gachi Lending. Let's see. Again, I'm going to make the lowest price, and I'm going to try to see who will give me 85%. So I press filter, 95%. Nice, but I bet you this one has done its alter already. 2322. Yep. All right, so can't use that one. All right, so it's 17575. 17575. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 8, 5. 2, 4, 4, 8, 5. Eventually what they're going to do is they're going to put all this stuff here. Like you're going to be able to see if they've channeled, when's the next time they can channel. Again, this is early, right? So again, because I have to do these little steps, I'm benefiting from people that won't do these little steps, right? So, yep. So it's fun times, you do it. And this is where, like, I don't know if I should do this for everything. I think you get the point. If there's any questions, you know where to put it in the comments, join my Discord, tweet at me. Again, I see so many opportunities in just this one game that it's pretty sick. Like, I think if you are interested in understanding crypto more, decentralized finance more, it's going to be hard finding a game like this that will do everything in the same spot. I don't know that anything else like it exists. So hopefully this was helpful and someone takes this content and does something with it. So on that note, I think I'm going to end it here. And hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, I think this is an amazing opportunity when it comes to crypto gaming, decentralized finance, and I hope you take advantage of it or keep following along as I do. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.